Pick the Nintendo Shack and pray. Frederick from Fire Emblem Awakening says, yo.
Greetings, Koopalings, and welcome to the Sestercentennial episode of the Nintendo Shack podcast. Garrett, did you know that means the 250th episode?
You know, I wrote it down in the title for the Twitch when we go live or whatever, and it still says it's misspelled. So I
Googled this. You told me that it was the 250th episode, and I'm like, is there a specific name for like the 250th instance of something? So I Googled it real quick while we were starting the show.
Yeah.
And I found there's two names for it. Apparently, Sestercentennial, which if you're saying it's spell check's coming up, it's not right. It could also be called the semi-quincentennial.
Yes, that's another one too. Wow. Okay.
And I know this because there's a Wikipedia page that says the United States semi-quincentennial, the 250th anniversary of the Declaration of Independence is in 2026, in just a few years.
That's coming up soon, actually.
Yeah, so Fun fact that the Nintendo Shack has been going on for a heckin' long time.
Yeah, but many people have come and gone, and Donnie's off to bigger, better, higher places. He
was on Game Nest this week with Jeff Grubb. Did you see it?
I didn't see it, but I heard all about it. Good for him.
They were talking about the Mount Rushmore of bad games, because they always talk about the Mount Rushmore of, who would be on the Mount Rushmore of good games, but they were talking about that, about the bad games. You can check that out over on Jeff Grubb's Game Nest YouTube channel. It's a good show.
Yeah.
This week has been kind of crazy for me, Garrett. I don't know about you, but this has been a heck of a week for me. It's been a whirlwind roller coaster, ups and downs and all around.
Yeah. How was your baseball game? Was it good?
Oh my God, it was amazing. I did go to the Phillies game, World Series Game 3, which was the only win at home that they've had in the World Series. But it was an amazing win. They won 7-0 against the Astros. Good. So I definitely picked the right game to go to. It actually was supposed to be on Monday night, but it got rained out. So we got down there, me and my dad, we got down there, and we bought some merch, we found our seats, we took some pictures, sat down, and they postponed it to the next night.
Dang.
Which we kind of saw that coming.
Yeah.
So then we went back down the next night, and they had an amazing game. It was awesome. They're not out yet. They would have to win the last 2 games this weekend. Not holding my breath, but we'll see what happens.
So what's the score right now? How many games have won on each side?
The Astros have won 3. The Phillies have won 2. You need to win 4. There's 2 games left.
Oh, dang. It's down to the wire now.
It is down to the wire. But it has happened before where they win on the 7th game.
Yeah, so it's like match point for the Astros right now. Like, if they win, they're going to win the World Series.
They win the whole thing. All they need is one more win. We need 2 more.
Why do they call it the World Series? Like, is there a specific... No, it's just baseball has been here, always been here. And,
there is a Canadian team.
There is a Canadian team. Okay. Interesting.
So it's I don't know. Can't defend that. But it was awesome. It was a heck of a game.
Cool.
The rest of my week has been a little downhill from there. I'm sick right now. I didn't go to work today. I have a really bad sore throat. I'm hoping that it's just a sore throat and that I'm not getting more sick. I look like death right now. I feel like death. I slept for most of the day. I'm not the only one who's sick, Garrett.
Oh, Frisk is
sick. If you remember when I got him, like after a month that I got him, he had worms, and I had to take him to the vet and get him dewormed. Well, the worms are back.
Darn.
Gross warning. I found a worm, and he threw up, and I found a worm in it. So I took him back to the vet. We're giving him kind of a stronger dose of the medication. He is fine though. He's like acting fine. He's eating normal. He's playing normal. I'm feeling more miserable than he is, but I'm sure that's not fun for him to have worms. But yeah, so we're hanging in there.
I'm sorry, Rebecca. It seems rough.
It's okay.
We'll keep it short and
just
simple.
The weekend, so I can relax this weekend.
For sure.
I have been doing some gaming. Of course, I'm still on the Splatoon grind, but I also fulfilled my promise of playing Luigi's Mansion 3. I haven't beat it, but I streamed. I streamed it over the past weekend.
Nice.
And if you follow on the episodes, and you follow on the podcast, you follow my feed, I wasn't a huge fan of the first Luigi's Mansion. Like, it wasn't bad. Like, I didn't think it was bad. I just thought, it was okay. It was fun. It wasn't anything to write home about. But I understood the appeal of it. But that's why I didn't really jump on board right away with Luigi's Mansion 3 when it came out. But you guys have all told me you got to play it. It's the best looking game on Switch. It's in the top 3 for everyone. So I finally had the opportunity to play it over Halloween weekend, and it's really good. And I'm going to keep playing it, and I'm going to hope to beat it because it's a lot more fun than the first game.
Cool. That sounds good. I mean, what are your impressions so far with the game? Are you really enjoying it? Can't wait to dive in a little bit more of it? Yeah.
I'm definitely interested because it seems like it's a lot bigger in scope than the first game. I didn't play the second game, so I don't know what that one was like. But I like that there seem to be more mechanics and more strategy. Like, you can kind of interacting with the world seems a little bit more meaningful. Like, in the first game, you really just had the basic mechanics for the poltergust, which was the sucking and blowing. No, not to sound sexual. And now I just phrased that, but
it is really just sucking and blowing. It's a vacuum.
It's sucking and blowing. That's how else can you explain it?
Exactly.
But there seemed to be more the flashlight mechanic. I don't know if that was in the second game. The way that you can I forget exactly what they were called, but there seems to be more functions of the vacuum this time that you can use to tear stuff down off of the walls, move heavy objects, things like that. I didn't get a chance to try the co-op. I see people in the chat talking about the co-op. I didn't get a chance to do that. I would like to, before I'm done with the game, but it's also like you said, cool. You were not lying. It is beautiful. What a gorgeous looking game.
They did a great job with it for sure. One of the best looking Switch games there is, with the reflections and so much. It's like a sandbox, like a playground of all different things you could do in separate rooms. A lot of things to tear down in secret areas. Luigi is full of character. Oh, man, you're reminding me of this game. It's very good.
It's fun.
Yeah. Have you gone to the gel duplicate mechanic yet?
No, I haven't yet. I didn't, like I said, I didn't get very far. I played maybe an hour and a half to 2 hours of it. So not super far yet, but what's his name? Polterpup steals the show. Yeah. He's so cute. Yes. Oh my gosh, I love him. And it just seems like the mansion or hotel, or the hotel, right? It's a hotel, is huge. Yeah. It seems like it's going to be so easy for me to get lost. The first game, I think, was maybe 4 or 5 floors. This is huge.
Double the size.
It's going to be a lot. First game only took me 3 or 4 hours to beat.
Oh wow, yeah, it's quite short compared. Yeah, this one's going to be at least I would say at least 10 to 12 hours.
Yeah, somebody told me 12. Usually it takes me pretty long, but
and each floor is a theme too, which is super neat. And so it's its own kind of level, has its own little boss with ghosts.
Yeah. I like that it feels, I don't know if the whole thing is more linear, but it does feel a little bit more linear than what I was expecting. I thought that oh my gosh, I'm not going to know where to go or what to do. But I like that you find the elevator buttons, and that's kind of okay, I'm supposed to go there next.
Yeah. Yeah. It's pretty linear for the most part, because you kind of just go out into a floor and kind of directs you where to go. And then, of course, there's extra side stuff to do, extra things and extra obstacles. Man, I really love that game. All the mechanics you're speaking of, it was in Dark Moon in the 3DS game. The gel duplicate mechanic is the novelty. Is the
okay. I'm looking forward to trying that out then. But that's all I've been playing. What have you been up to?
Let me tell you, it's also been a chaotic week. It's work's been pretty stressing on me, and it's just a little chaotic all around, but I'm hanging in there. I am just going through. I'm still playing Mario plus Rabbids Sparks of Hope when I can. I don't play. I really haven't played much this week, but I'm slowly going through it. I'm on the 3rd planet now. Has like fall foliage and leaves, and I got 2 new characters. I don't want to really spoil too much what the party is, so I'll keep that to myself, but I know people out there, it's kind of interesting to add these other characters into the party that they didn't do before in the first game. So they're mixing it up for sure. Having a good time. It's every time I pick up this game, it's very hard to put down. It's really vibing with me, and I think I didn't initially vibe with it just because I so fondly of the first game. I was trying to really hard compare it to the first game so much, but then when I just got into more and more of this one, I'm like, this is so well refined, so much better. They did all the right things, I think, with this game. So yeah, it's pretty awesome, and the animations of it, super cool to see all the enemies, and there's not much big in-depth story or whatever, but I like it has the little villains, like mini villains, like in Mario Odyssey, with the rabbits that had a little team. It's the same thing with this game. There's these little rabbits. They're all like mini enemies that you kind of hit throughout the game, and it's just super cute to see all that come to life.
I feel like there wasn't a huge amount of buzz with this game when it released. Like I feel like people didn't talk about it that much, like that they're playing it or what their thoughts are about it. I'm kind of surprised because the very little that I have heard, it seems to be all pretty positive.
Yeah. I think, is closer to the end of the year. A lot of people are playing a lot of different games. Like
it's getting lost in the shuffle of, Bayonetta and, a talk of even bigger upcoming games. Like I know a lot of people are talking about God of War right now. Yes, I don't know.
And Plague Tale, and there's just so many other games going on for sure. This game is, I wouldn't say it's short, but it's, it's not like an ultra long story or whatever. So that's good. At least you can I like to play it bite size and just go on to other things once I'm done with it. But it's very, very fun. I can't wait for the DLC for sure. We'll talk about
the DLC in a little bit. Yep.
Yeah. I've been hugely addicted to this phone game that everyone's being addicted to, and that is Marvel Snap.
Okay. I didn't know that was a card game until just yesterday.
Yeah.
And I didn't know it was a phone game until just now.
Yeah, it is a mobile game.
Tell me about it. Tell me.
So Marvel Snap, it's Marvel's newest mobile gacha game. What you do is you kind of build up your own deck of cards, very similar to Hearthstone, Magic, Gwent, those kinds of games. You build your deck and then you go into a battle. It's always online battling against other players. And you have 3 different fields. And the point is to get as much power in 2 out of the 3 locations. So if you get the highest amount of power and the highest amount of cards or whatever, you win the match. There's only 6 turns in a game, which is good. So it kind of limits you.
Short.
Yeah, it's a short game. It keeps you going, and it's and it gives you a time limit too. So probably the longest game is probably 3 or 4 minutes. It's super short. And then all your cards are just Marvel characters. They're all Marvel characters basically. You kind of put them down on the field and they all have different effects or whatever. as you go throughout the turns too, you get one power on the first turn, second power the second turn, and that kind of helps you activate certain cards in your hand. Anyways, it's just super fun. It's like pick up and go. I'm really addicted to it. There's a lot of strategy behind this game already. I can go through like 6 or 7 games. I am beating fools up left and right online.
Nice.
It's just a fun time. Yeah. There's a lot of customization to it.
Is it free to play?
It's free to play. The only thing that I can really see is that you buy is aesthetics. So you would just buy like skins on cards or something like that. There's a season pass. I don't know if you can buy that directly, but you level up throughout, and you like that season pass kind of gives you extra cards or whatever. But man, it is very addictive.
Oh, cool.
Is it easy to learn? It's very easy to learn. They ease you right into it with tutorials. They kind of show you what to do with certain cards. You face like computers first, and then
do you have to have any knowledge of the Marvel universe to
absolutely
have
not.
an advantage? Okay.
No. It's just literally it's a card game with Marvel skin on top, and that's pretty much it. And it's all various characters, and they did a really good job of making a very good, very quick card game. Mix it with that Marvel universe. Cool. Man, people are into it, and I'm into it too. It's it can be pretty addictive. So there you go. That's my Marvel addiction right now on my phone.
I don't like the name of it though. It makes me think that they came out with a Marvel photography on Rails game.
It is a weird one, isn't it? I just think of Marvel Snap as like, when the Power Glove. I don't know what it's called. I'm sorry, I'm not a Marvel fan too, so I forget the names. But how he snaps the hand and like half the people
Thanos
are gone.
Snap or whatever.
Thanos, that's his name. Yeah. I was thinking of Thor. I don't know why. I was like, that's not it.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's a weird name. I wish it was like some Marvel. I don't know what I would say, but Snap is, short enough. You know what it is. Everyone's posting about it on Twitter. Whoever's playing it is very addicted to it, like me. So, yeah, it's so yeah, that's my addiction on the side.
Excellent.
And then I just want to mention Extra Life is happening this weekend. It's a huge game day for people that don't know what Extra Life is. It is a nonprofit organization that helps raise money for kids that are in hospitals and funds over there. And so there's a lot of gaming groups out there that kind of form their own groups and raise money on this huge day where they dedicate whole 24 hours for streaming / fundraising. I know a lot of our friends are into the Extra Life scene, including the Carpool Gaming group over there with Sean Capri and Ryan Turford. They're going to Rome, New York, and they're kind of have a big kind of get together with some other groups. So help raise money. Go over there. Just search up Extra Life Carpool Gaming. You'll definitely see that page for fundraising. And if you don't donate to them, donate to any other group that you're interested in, because it's helping raise money for kids, which is awesome.
Heck so, yeah. Sean tried to convince me to go up to New York with them for the weekend. Yeah. I'm now in hindsight, I'm glad that I didn't, because I'm sick. I wouldn't have been able to go, but yeah, I'm gonna go through support for them.
It's good. Yeah. I was there in 2019. That was like the first time I saw all of them together. It was a really good experience. I wish I could go, but now I'm on the West Coast, and it's like very hard. A little bit harder. Yeah, it's like just a connection flight away, all the way in the middle of nowhere. But go support them. I know other members in the PSVG group are also doing Extra Life separately, so just go check out what everyone's doing. Help raise money for kids. I know they have a lot of prizes to give away as well. So yeah, go check it out.
Heck yeah. Shall we jump into the news for this week?
Yeah, let's go.
Pretty light. light this week.
Pretty
Not a whole lot happening, but
it was like every week. It's pretty light. Nintendo
this
doesn't like
is
to show
this is the
anything.
calm before the storm, I think.
For sure.
Yeah, we got some stuff. So the Pokemon themed Splatfest voting is now open. This was announced a few weeks ago. You can vote on which partner Pokemon you would choose: Team Grass, Team Fire, or Team Water. After you pick your team, you can earn shells every time you level up in the catalog. You can use these shells in that shell out gacha machine. That's normally 5,000 coins each day. It's a good way to kind of grind for some cool prizes. So the Splatfest does begin in 1 week from right now when we're recording, on Friday the 11th in the evening to Sunday the 13th in the evening. And they're doing this theme because the Pokemon Scarlet and Violet is just 2 weeks away. It releases November 18th. I feel like that has come up so fast, Garrett, that like I blinked and all of a sudden it's almost time for Pokemon.
Oh my gosh. This whole year's been such a blur to me because you know, I moved here in California in January. I feel like I'm still new here, like super new here. And I just can't believe a year's gone so fast.
This year has been, yeah, it has been.
Ooh, 2 weeks away. Wow.
Remind everybody what team you're joining.
Team Agua. Yeah.
Joining Team Fuego, Team Fire.
Nice.
Which so I am going to get Sprigatito, the grass type, for the actual game. But historically, I use fire types. So I had to represent Team Fire.
I'm a mixed bag. So I used to do early in the gens water. And then mid gens, I did fire. And late gens, I've done grass. I don't know why. It's just, I've been all over the place. It's more like, what does the evolution look like in the beginning? And do I like that? And I just stuck it. So,
speaking of which, Kyle the Pug wants to know which starter Pokemon in Scarlet and Violet do you think will have the coolest final evolution?
That's a good question. It's either the Sprigatito, the grass one, I think, or I would think the duck. What's the duck's name again?
Quaxley.
Quaxley. I think he'll be a cool bird for sure.
Is he the one that you're picking for a starter?
I think I'm doing Sprigatito. What's the name again? Sprigatito.
Sprigatito.
Yes, I'm gonna go with that. You know.
Yeah, I think I'm picking Sprigatito as well, but I think that Fuecoco, the fire type, I think he's gonna have the coolest final evolution. Based on like how I've heard them described from the leaks. Apparently his looks the coolest. I don't know. We'll see. G-Man
really
also
wanted
what
to know about the second type. Yeah.
Oh, the second typing. Yeah. G-Man wanted to know if the leaks are true. Will you evolve your starter or no? I know you're not familiar with the leaks.
No.
Based on what I know, I will not be evolving my Sprigatito, probably.
Wow. Oh, no. I think I understand what that means.
I mean, there's a chance it could look cool. There's a chance that it could still look good. But I am not above keeping him small and cute.
Yeah. I've never been someone to keep an evolution down. Like I feel like when a level's there, the Pokemon has earned it. So ready to evolve and ready to go. So I understand though, if that evolution is not looking good, then keep it young and then just like put it in your box forever. And he's a baby forever and just have other Pokemon in your party. Do your thing.
Will you be participating in the Splatfest next weekend?
I hope so. Yeah, I'm down. I
know you said you wanted to get back into it.
Yeah, I definitely do. So this is one way to go about it for sure. I'll probably go into it, vote for Team Water, and then like when the Splatfest comes, I'll just do Team Turf, the turn turf battle thing.
Yeah.
And it's just play that the whole time. It's like, oh yeah, mode.
Oh yeah. The table turf, yeah.
Yeah, table turf.
Hey, that's at least it's getting you back into it, right?
For sure.
Yeah,
And
that's what I love
also
about the Spot Fests.
what I've been seeing out in the wild, the Switch OLED, the new edition is out. The Scarlet and
Oh
Violet edition
yeah,
is out
it hit
today.
stores today.
Yeah,
Yeah.
people are picking it up and it's looking good. I'm warming up to the design of that Switch OLED pretty well. So
It does look
congratulations for
cool.
people out
I
there.
I
Yeah.
liked how the dock looked. I'm not like so much of a fan of how the rest of it looked, like the Joy-Con and everything else. Um, so like I don't know that I would like go out of my way to like
Mhm.
trade in if I already, because I already have an OLED. But
Yeah.
if you are looking to upgrade, it's a good one to get.
Yeah, I saw some people was like, "Hey, I got my first OLED." I'm like, "Good. That's a good
Mm-hmm.
special edition to have.
Mm-hmm.
Congrats on that." I've been very vanilla on my consoles. I do like the solid color look. I don't like to mix up my designs too much. So, still have my white OLED. Probably gonna keep that until Switch 2, Switch Pro, whatever comes out. And it'll probably be same color again. Probably be very vanilla, but
That's
that's
fair.
just me.
You were talking about your progress in Mario Rabbids Sparks of Hope. Well, they just
Yeah.
detailed what the DLC will look like, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
They gave us a little bit more detail. Not a ton, but a little bit. The first DLC wave is called the Tower of Doom, with 3 O's.
Ooh.
Face your
3 O's.
doom in a new combat game mode. This is coming early 2023. Now, this mode is exclusive to the season pass. You have to buy all 3 to get this
Oh,
one. You can buy the second and third DLC waves separately.
okay.
You can only get this one if you buy them all together, which is kind of odd how they do that. But the second DLC wave, it doesn't have a title, but the description was heroes confront a mysterious foe on a new enchanting planet. This is coming out middle of 2023. And then finally, the third DLC wave will be the one with Rayman. It'll also have Rabbid Peach and Rabbid Mario teaming up with him to embark on their own adventure. This is coming in late 2023. So the game is being supported for a whole year. If you got the gold edition of the game, these 3 DLC waves are already included. Otherwise, you can buy the whole season pass for $30. That's essentially $10, a pop for each of these. I think that's pretty fair considering the quality of the DLC in the first game. You can feel pretty safe buying them.
Yeah, I love the DLC on the first one. With Donkey Kong, man, that was 100% worth it. So I am very much looking forward to this DLC. I'll probably buy the season pass before DLC 1 comes out. Yeah, DLC 2, so that is going to be a brand new planet. So they break it into planets like Mario Galaxy. So this is going to be probably I would say another 7 to 10 hours of gameplay for DLC. And I'm really wondering how big DLC 3 is going to be with Rayman and Rabbid Peach. Well, okay, so it's just 3 characters, Rayman, Rabbid Peach, and Rabbid Mario. That's cool, actually.
And it says
We'll
their
see how
own
long.
adventure. So it sounds like
Yeah.
it's going to be pretty separate to whatever the plot is in the first game or in the base game.
Yeah, so for the Donkey Kong DLC, it was very similar. I think it was Mario, Rabbid Peach, and Donkey Kong together.
It'll probably be similar format to that then. If you liked that DLC, you'll probably like this one. And then
yeah. So I'm super down. And if people are waiting out there, that's totally fine. Mario plus Rabbids has been known to go on sale pretty cheap. I would assume when all the DLC is out by like late next year, the base game will probably be $30. And so you can try out that game and see if you want to get into the season pass. So yeah.
Remember when a ton of people got the first game for like $5 because of a price error? Do you remember that?
Yeah, I remember that. That I was trying to get on that, but I couldn't. I was a little too late. But now every time the first game pops up, is like it's $10 for the.
It's pretty cheap when it does go on sale, and it goes on sale often.
Yeah, so
yeah,
go check it out. Some good stuff.
And then our final bit of news here is about the game Harvestella. It's out now. I know you were excited about this one, Garrett. There don't seem to be really too many reviews up yet. I don't know that early codes were sent out, so you'll probably see them start popping up. Were they sent out really late? And I heard it's a very big game too, so the ones who maybe did get early codes don't feel comfortable posting a review yet. So wait a couple of days if you want to hear some critic reviews on it, but the general buzz does seem to be positive of what I'm seeing on, social media and whatnot. So did you buy this today?
So I think, recall my kind of frustrations with the demo of Harvestella. I'm good.
You're good. Okay.
To play this game. Yeah. When I played through the demo of that game, that kind of sealed the deal. I was already kind of lukewarm about it because I actually, to be honest with you, I'm not big into the farm sim stuff. Like I can stand some of it, like Stardew Valley is really good. And Rune Factory is okay. But this one just rubbed me the wrong way.
I forgot that was your opinion on it.
Yeah. And my thought about it was like, imagine like some machine learning model kind of looked at all the other farm sim games and just spit out and then have that Square Enix flair to it.
Okay.
Like story driven flair. That's what Harvestella is. It kind of just rubs me the wrong way. Now that's probably not a good impression of the game because I have heard many other people really enjoying this game. So don't take my opinion to heart. There's a lot of other people really liking it, really digging into it. So if you're a farm sim fan, I would say 100% play the demo because it's free. Check it out. I think it does deliver a good piece of what the game is, at least to give you enough an opinion to go ahead and buy it. So yeah, I'm excited for other people to get into this game.
It's odd to me that Square Enix didn't. It is Square Enix, right?
It is Square Enix, yeah.
It's odd to me that they didn't send out early review codes or, long enough in advance. I feel like that generally isn't showing too much confidence in their product because normally they do send out early codes. So
yeah,
I don't know if this just isn't like one of their bigger games or they're not expecting it to do fantastic. I don't know.
Maybe they're waiting for a patch. I don't know. That company is, I think it's a lot of buzz is going around Square Enix just because of how much content's going into this last 3-4 months of the year is just crazy. Between PlayStation and Switch, they have so many games coming out. So many like C and B tier games coming out and firing all cylinders. So maybe it was just like a miss of the mark with Harvestella. They didn't want to like overcrowd other some of their other Square Enix games. I'm not really sure. But just to give you some context, like I've gotten a review code on release day for Little Big Planet on Steam, and let me tell you, it's like I don't think there was much motivation behind releasing the key on time versus 2 or 3 weeks before.
Right.
Sometimes it's just stochastic. It's a little random with these review keys.
Oh, I like Little Big Planet. Sometimes.
Yeah. Sorry, not Little Big Planet. Sackboy: A Big Adventure, the latest one.
Okay.
Yeah. But anyways, yeah, I've heard some positive things. I think people that are really into the farm sim stuff and really into Square Enix games, go check it out. Go check out the demo.
Check out the demo.
See if you enjoy it. That's why I really like Square Enix. It's because they always put out a demo with their game, like all the time, and it's always the save is transferable afterwards. So
that's a good point.
And they do it for every single one on Switch. It's amazing, actually.
Now that you mention it, they did it. Yeah, they do that. You're right. You also added to the notes here that Square Enix admits that the Japanese market is no longer sufficient enough. Global market is now their priority, which is interesting to me, seeing as how, gaming is still booming in Japan. What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, so this isn't like too recent news. It's probably a couple weeks old now, but it's interesting to hear from them that they're they just shaved off all of their Western market, all of those studios to another conglomerate, and now they just have Japanese or more Japanese focused studios.
Mm-hmm.
And now they admit this. I think this shows they're kind of not afraid, but like they understand they're facing an uphill battle with their content, with their games. They need to figure out how to make money. And so I think the last 3 or 4 months is a response from the pandemic, but also just like we need content as much as we can to regurgitate the investments that we have done so far with these products. So I think from Square Enix, expect a shift from a Japanese focus market to a more global market. I think what they're going to do is bring more of their Japanese games into more Western styles. You already see that with Final Fantasy. You already see that with plenty of other titles. So
is that, do you think,
a little bit more
why we saw Live Alive from Japan to Switch? Oh wait, that's not Square Enix, is it?
No, Live Alive is Square Enix.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think they're doing a mix of everything, really. They are regurgitating old games, and they're trying to make it more open. I think you're going to see a lot more day-and-date worldwide release of games. I think they've been doing that for a while. And then I don't know if you saw this, their recent thing that they kind of showed off, which people thought was going to be a rehash or remake of Parasite Eve, which is an old game, but it's actually an NFT art collection.
I did see that.
Yeah.
Not a good...
There's this one annoying person in the top board of Square Enix really into the NFT stuff and not letting go.
It's even not going to be the next big thing.
It's done. No, like NFT is done. Like
it's gone.
It's so 3 months ago. It's so 4 months ago. It's not like current anymore. I don't know what's going on. I think Square Enix is just trying many different avenues to figure out how to generate profit. And they understand now they can't just focus on the Japanese market. They got to go global. And I think that's why you see Final Fantasy being more Western-centric gameplay. And you're going to see that more with Switch as well. You're going to see more Western-centric gameplay. What I mean by that, it's like more action-focused, more action RPGs. I don't
like that.
So, yeah. But it's interesting to hear.
No, you're right. You're right.
So we'll see how that goes.
Good point. So that wraps up our news. It was pretty late this week, but it'll definitely be interesting. I think within the next couple of weeks with Pokemon coming out. I think by next week, I have a feeling that Pokemon will be pretty much leaked completely all the way, like everything. We're gonna have to talk about how much of that we want to talk about on the show to like avoid spoilers for people. I know a lot of people are sensitive to that. Some people eat it up, like me. Of course, we'll be respectful to it and provide any warnings should we decide to talk about anything that is leaked. But it wouldn't be a Pokemon game if it did not leak entirely the week and a half leading up to it.
Of course.
We'll probably see the starter evolutions at the very least leaked.
You remember God of War has leaked so much. It's kind of insane. I like, man.
I feel like that's just a product of gaming today. Like games are just leaking before release. It's just what happens now, and it's really a shame.
I think it's partially because stores are just releasing their physical copies early, or one Amazon division, one Best Buy division kind of just shipped out early copies because just logistic issues or whatever. And I think more and more now creators are like, well, what's the point of a physical media if it's going to get leaked early? We would rather just put an install manager on a disc, and so it wouldn't be a game on the disc. It would be like a license on the disc and install.
I hate that.
On your console.
I hate that so much.
and it's probably gonna be like that until physical media is going away. So
I don't like that at all.
But Pokemon, I don't recall Sword and Shield being. I guess I don't remember them being leaked too much. I guess that's a big thing for Sword and Shield.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It leaked. Right. Yeah. Wow. They always do.
Can't wait.
I'm excited. I'm actually really excited to play it. I'm hoping we get an early review code. Pokemon doesn't always like to give out too many early review codes because it leaks, but it leaks anyway, so just give us the damn review code.
Just give us the review code, please.
I'm not going to be the one leaking it, Nintendo.
It's not going to impact their sales. They're going to make bukus of money, so it's going to be whatever.
Yeah. Let's wrap up with our chat questions directly from you, starting with Dragonmouth Forge wants to know, which will we see first, a revamp of the eShop or a new Switch?
What do you think?
New Switch. They don't care about the eShop. No way. Not a chance.
I think it's both. They're going to do a double whammy. They're going to be a Switch 2. And here is eShop 2.0.
Okay.
I don't think it will be that much better, though, because I have zero trust in Nintendo of ever improving their
They've never had a good one. People said that the Wii U eShop was good. It wasn't good.
No, it's just
it took forever to load. Dump. The search was bad. 3DS eShop is
But yeah, I could see it just a Switch 2, and then of course not a revamped eShop. I wouldn't say revamped. That's a too strong of a word. Reskinned. How about that? Reskinned eShop.
I agree.
That's probably what I would.
We might get music back if we're lucky.
Yeah. That would be nice.
Yarden wants to know, favorite Spice Girl.
Yarden.
Were you into the Spice Girls?
Random question. I know the Spice Girls, but I just don't know individual Spice Girls. That's the thing.
He asked this question because I saw one of them was cast in a movie or something. I don't know.
Okay. I'm looking through it right now. Baby Spice, Ginger Spice.
Ginger Spice was cast in something recently.
Okay.
I am a Scary Spice kind of girl. I also like Baby
Scary
Spice. Yeah, Mel B. She's. I became kind of more of a fan of her, like in the past couple of years, with like her doing America's Got Talent judging and stuff like that.
Oh, I
like her. Yeah, I like her, and I like Baby Spice. I feel like my personality is like a mix of the two of them combined.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I don't know personality.
A cinnamon roll, but could kill you.
Wow, I would. Okay, then. Sounds good.
Oh, he's saying Ginger Spice got cast in the first of all, I want to know, how are they making a Gran Turismo movie? Why is that a movie that's being made?
Well, because people love race cars and people love.
What's the movie going to be about? Is it going to be Cars 5?
It's going to be like Fast and Furious ripoff, or Need for Speed. The Need for Speed movies, those do pretty well too. And they're just kind of these B-tier action movies. Got the cool guys and gals are racing through Tokyo or racing through whatever. Of course, a Gran Turismo movie. I think PlayStation's been really digging into movies and shows outside media because they're looking at The Witcher and Cyberpunk, both of them giving them massive success for their games. So Sony's like, we need to chase that money because we have our own Sony, movie division, like huge Sony Entertainment. So yeah, that's why they're making a Gran Turismo movie. Anyway, Spice Girls, I would have to go with Scary Spice. She looks cool. I like her. I also like Posh Spice. She's looking cool too.
I thought you might like Posh Spice, yeah.
But I personally don't know personality, or I've listened to probably their most popular song.
Yeah.
But that's pretty much it. That's all I really know about the Spice Girls. And I'm sorry, Arden.
Ginger Spice is the one with like the sex appeal. Sporty Spice is like the athletic one. It's just like their personas. Like they play it up. Yeah, I'm sure they play it up like more than what they actually are. Baby Spice is like blonde with cute little pigtails because she's the youngest one.
Oh, okay,
Scary Spice is like all like in your face attitude.
They
Posh
started
Spice
when we
is,
were born in
yeah.
1994.
Oh my God, did they?
Yeah.
That's good.
Wow.
That's a good trivia fact. I like it. G-Man wants to know, since daylight savings is happening, or not for you, it's not everywhere in the world, would you rather have it more light out, or would you rather have it light out or dark out more?
Dark. I'm a dark person.
Me too. Put me in a cave. No light.
Put me in a cave. Isolate myself for sure.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just I think that's the one thing I'll miss about the North in Pittsburgh and Northeast is just like, oh, it's gonna be dark at like 5:30. Nice. That's so cool.
When I was in Denmark, it was like so high north that in the winter time, I was there like from January to May, so like in the winter months, it would start getting dark at like 3:30.
Oh dang!
And then by like 4:30, the sun would be completely set.
Dang, that's so dark.
Yeah.
I actually went on an Alaskan cruise during the summer at one point, and it was light out the whole time.
Yep, I'm sure in the summer in Denmark it would have been like the sun setting at 10 p.m.
That's actually the one thing that's kind of crazy to me because I've only been so far as north as like Alaska once, and then just maybe Canada a couple times. I can't even imagine living up there and having the sun be so variable, the sunrise and sunset to be so like whacked out. I can't even imagine, because growing up in Texas is nothing like that.
We're getting yelled at in chat for being vampires.
Come on, guys. Darkness. All right, it's dark outside.
The sun gives me migraines. It's too bright.
Yeah, the sun is a little too harsh. I know it gives us life and everything.
We're white. It gives us sunburn.
That's true, and it's pretty rough on me after a while. I just Texas heat. It really gets to me. It's a painful memory, the Texas heat. So I would rather be as dark as we can be outside. All right.
So. I believe it.
Or vampires.
Canadian Crawler asked us, whenever I share on Facebook that an article or podcast of mine released, only a handful of friends like it. If I post a picture of my dog, I get 100 likes. How much of or how often do you both share your video game related stuff with your friends on Facebook?
I'm sorry. I have friends on Facebook. I just have my family on Facebook, and that is it. In my high school friends, I was super into Facebook, probably from 2010 to 2017.
That's when it was big.
Yeah, and then when I went into my PhD, I was like, no, I'm closing this chapter of my life. Facebook is kind of irrelevant to me. So
yeah. I graduated college 2016, deactivated my Facebook, and my happiness increased tenfold.
Oh yeah.
Like a big source of my unhappiness was scrolling Facebook and seeing like people's lives that were like, they looked like they were better than mine, and that people were like doing amazing things and were so happy, but like people only post the like good stuff. Nobody posts like, oh my God, like I'm having a horrible day. Nobody ever posts that on Facebook. So Crawler, I do not post anything on Facebook because I do not have a Facebook. In fact, I opened up a Twitter account so that I could post solely about video games because I enjoy doing that more. And if I had done that on Facebook, like your friends, none of them would have cared. I wouldn't have. You're right. My dog got a lot more likes on Facebook than anything else I would have posted. So
yes.
No Facebook.
Do you get into Instagram quite often?
I did have an Instagram, which I posted exclusively pretty much pictures of my dog. And then I stopped using that after she passed away. So I don't do that anymore either. Twitter's like really the only thing, and that's going down the garbage. So we need something new, Garrett. We could turn this into a long podcast. We'll save it for next week. Twitter might not exist at this time next week.
We'll see how Twitter is next week. Free speech, am I right?
Thank you. Follow me on TikTok, everybody. Forrest Pecori. Not Forrest Minish. Forrest Pecori. That's where I'm going after this.
All right, then.
Probably. I don't know. We'll see. Chris wants to know, for the anniversary of the Minish Cap, what is your favorite Minish Cap memory? I don't even know what's the anniversary. I guess it is. Whether it's something about the game or something about it that makes it special to you. Did you play the Minish Cap, Garrett?
You know me.
Why not?
Because there's other things in my mind right now. Like,
why? My question is why? Why?
Golden Sun on my retro pocket. I mean, I should get to Minish Cap. I should finish
today.
Golden Sun.
Today? Wait.
It is today. Wow. Really?
It is 18 years old today. You can vote.
Wow. It's legal.
I got this game when it came out, but it came out in 2005 in North America.
Oh, okay.
I don't know when I got it. Maybe I got it for my birthday that year. I love that game. I believe, I could be wrong, I believe it is the first Zelda game that I beat completely by myself without the help of my dad. I could be wrong, but that makes sense for that timeline. I recently, 2 years ago now, did a 100% playthrough of it. I don't normally do that for games. There is a lot of things to collect in that game for 100%. But that was an awesome time.
Cool. And it was made by Capcom.
It was made by Capcom. They make the best Zelda games, haven't you heard?
I guess so. Minish Cap. So, anyways, next time, Golden Sun, wrap that up. And then I'll go to Minish Cap. How about that?
Yay! Thank you. You'll like it a lot more.
Maybe. We'll see.
Okay.
See how it is.
And then finally, Matt wants to know, everyone and their mothers, neighbors, children knows that Rebecca is mega Minish hyped, TM, for the upcoming Pokemon games. But what is the next game on the horizon beyond that you're each really looking forward to playing or seeing more of, aside from Tears of the Kingdom? He knew that would be our answer. Sea of Stars for me.
Oh, that's a good one. Yeah. I'm looking forward to that one.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see when it comes out. I don't know. They don't have a set date, don't they? No, it's just delayed till early 2023 for now.
I don't even know if they said early. Maybe they did.
Okay, never mind then.
I hope they did. That would be nice.
Yeah, mine is Fire Emblem Engage. I think.
Okay.
Yeah, that's honestly that's one of my most anticipated games of next year is Fire Emblem Engage. That Starfield is a big one for me as well. I think both are definitely more than Tears of the Kingdom.
Oh no, Starfield more than come on, Garrett.
Magnitudes more. Like it's not even the same ballpark.
Oh my god.
I can't wait for Starfield. That's gonna
you're gonna play, Garrett. Here's what's gonna happen. You're gonna play Starfield. It's gonna be super hyped, but this is the best thing ever. And then like 3 weeks later, you're gonna be like, it wasn't even that great. I was,
But, at least it'll run front to back. We'll see how Tears of the Kingdom is on this old dated hardware. We'll see how it goes. Actually, no, that's a good question. Which one's going to run better, Starfield or Tears of the Kingdom on Switch?
Why is that your deciding factor of how much excitement you have for it?
No. Starfield is like, it's way beyond higher. Like, I love Bethesda because I love Bethesda Studios. I love Fallout series. I love Skyrim. This is the next one.
What's the game about, Garrett? What's it about?
You go out and it's a Bethesda RPG.
Okay, what's the game about?
Explore different planets.
What's the plot?
I don't know. What's the plot of Tears of the Kingdom? Like having a freaking arm, crazy weird arm or whatever. That's all I know about Tears of the Kingdom.
I mean, at least we have Breath of the Wild to compare it to.
Yeah, and Breath of the Wild is like, well, okay, you can compare it to that, but we really don't know what Tears of the Kingdom really is.
Do you need to?
No, I don't need to, and I don't need to for Starfield as well. I just know I'm gonna enjoy a heck of a lot more for a Bethesda Western RPG compared to Tears of the Kingdom. And that's just my personal opinion. It's gonna be Xbox Shack for like a month when Starfield
I'm
is
so
out.
glad that this is our 250th episode, because that's gonna help me remember which episode to come back to a month after Starfield releases to clip what you just said.
Yeah, I wonder if Starfield's gonna even release that month. It's probably gonna be December or November by the end of the year, because they're gonna keep.
Is there no date for it?
There's a date, but they've already delayed multiple times. So, Yarden says Shack job opening. Yeah, pretty much. I can't admit to it.
Jeez. Oh my god. Okay.
I can't wait for Starfield.
I don't even have anything to add to that. Show's
Fire
over.
Emblem Engage too. Let's go.
I can understand you being excited for that, because it's a Fire Emblem game, and like what Fire Emblem is and what it's going to be about, and it has a reputation.
Well, okay, Starfield might be a new IP, but you understand, if you've played Fallout, if you played Skyrim, you understand what a Bethesda RPG is, and it's just magic. It's pure magic. And I cannot wait for it. Yeah. I'm glad we ended it. This 250th Nintendo episode was excitement for Starfield.
Me too. And look at that. We're exactly 1 hour, which is what we were aiming for. Yeah, we'll be back next week. We'll probably have some Pokemon stuff to talk about. It'll be the beginning of the Splatfest. That's true. And then it'll be pretty exciting after that.
Yeah. Team Agua.
Anything you want to end with? Any final words?
Go support Extra Life. Hang out with streams. There's going a lot of Extra Life streams going on this weekend. Donate, of course. That can be tax written off in the US, at least. You can put that down. So yeah, just go check it out for sure.
All right. I agree. And that is going to do it, Koopalings. Have a good night.
Bye-bye.